Hi guys, Chantel here from Two Hearts One Roof, and thanks for clicking on this video. It is Tuesday evening, which means this is a Weight Loss Wednesday video. Oh, I think you're a bit wonky. A minute. There you go. So I'm going to give you a very quick hi because I'm running late today, so I'm a bit late for group. This week has been great for 6 days, not great for one. So it was Adrian's birthday party on Sunday, so I ate cake. Yep. I had 2 very nice slices of his birthday cake, and I didn't have loads of party food, but I did have more than my sin allowance. But the rest of the week I've tried to be really good and tried to stick to plans. So I'm hoping that I lose the 1.5 pound I gained last week. As long as I lose that 1.5, I'm not too worried about losing any more than that. If I do, awesome. If I don't, I'm going to be a bit gutted, but I want to lose that 1.5. So yeah, wish me luck. I will be back in a second for you, 2 hours for me, because I am staying for group tonight, and tell you how it went. And also I'm going to be talking about great resources for finding new recipes, because I find one of the biggest things about sticking to plan for Slimming World is not to be eating the same food constantly. You kind of start eating the same food all the time and you get really, really bored of it very, very quickly, and then you lose motivation and you fall off the plan. So great resources for new recipes, finding new things to eat and sticking to your plan. Right, see you in a minute. Bye.
Hi guys, I'm back and I have changed locations. Actually, I've changed days. It's actually Wednesday now, so I didn't get time to film the end of the video yesterday after group because I was super busy and I came back and yeah, got swept up in things with baby. So I've had to film it today, but good news, I did lose that 1.5 pound that I gained last week, and I also lost an additional 1.5 pound. So I'm down by another 3 pound, making it 1 stone 8 so far in 12 weeks. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just over halfway to target now, so fingers crossed I can keep going, just chipping away at it and getting it off. So I was going to talk to you guys about my top 5 places to find recipes, so Slimming World recipe resources. Obviously, you can just take a regular recipe and then try and alter it to fit into the food optimizing Slimming World plan, but sometimes that can be really difficult and the results don't always work out great. So looking for recipes that are already made for Slimming World, or somebody else has already changed them to suit the Slimming World plan, can be a much easier option for people. I do think it is key to try different recipes and try different foods whilst on the plan to help keep you on plan. Eating the same things week in, week out can become really boring and you get a little bit fed up of it. So yeah, don't do it, it's easier. You kind of get settled into a rut that I can make bolognese and I can make pulled pork and I can make the Diet Coke chicken, and you just kind of eat them the same all the time, and the monotony will eventually push you off plan just because you're bored of it. So my resources for recipes. The first few are obvious choices, but surprisingly ones that some people don't actually use. We were discussing them in group last week, and it was surprising how many people didn't use the Slimming World website or the Slimming World app. So first thing, Slimming World website, Slimming World app. Both of them have got a ton of recipes on it, loads of resources of great ideas for every meal you can imagine, every type of food you can imagine. You can find recipes on there that will suit all occasions. The Slimming World Lifeline online, you can even type in that you're going to a picnic or that you're going to a barbecue, and it will bring up recipes suitable for those occasions. So those 2 resources are really, really great. Next resource is Slimming World recipe books and the Slimming World magazine. I don't advise going to buy all of the recipe books, obviously, because most of the recipes are available on the website, but if you don't want to be having to refer to the website all the time or to print out the recipes, sometimes having a recipe book that you can just keep in your kitchen is a lot easier. So find out which books have got recipes in that you think you're most likely to use and just pick up those few books. You can either buy them in group, you can buy them online, or obviously you can look for them second-hand as well. I've had a few second-hand off family and friends, which have been great. I particularly like the One Pot book, the Family Feast for Under a Fiver book, and there's another one. I don't know. There is another one that is really good that we particularly use. So I've got those ones and I do use them regularly. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, ugh, what am I going to have next week? You're doing your meal plan. You can flick through it and you can go, oh, we've not tried that recipe. Let's go for that. Again, same with the magazine. Again, you can pick it up in group or you can pick it up from supermarkets, but it is £1 more expensive from supermarkets. But if you're following the plan at home and not going to group, although I do advise to go to a group, it really does help motivate you. Obviously picking it up in the supermarket is a better option. What is great about the magazine is that it gives you weekly meal plans, which I think are a really, really great idea. If you are struggling at the start to get your head around the whole sins and healthy extras and optimizing and having extra fruit and veg and all that, if you are struggling to get your head around that, try their set meal plan. Okay, it's unlikely you're going to love every meal that's on it, so you might have to alter one or two. But I think at the start it's really, really great that it does give you a breakfast, lunch and dinner, plus your healthy snacks, every day set out with the recipes alongside them, just to make everything as simple as purely possible. And you're pretty much guaranteed if you follow that meal plan and don't eat outside it, you're going to lose weight, and you're probably going to lose quite a considerable amount as well. So I do suggest picking up the magazine every month. It's really, really worthwhile. And if you don't want loads of magazines stacking up on your bookshelf, because I hate that, what I do is I tear out the recipes that I want to try. After I've read the magazine, I tear out the recipes I want to try and I tear out the weekly meal plan and I put them all in one single folder. So I've got a single folder that has everything. And then when I try the recipe, if I like it, I keep the recipe. If I don't like it, I chuck the recipe. Nice and simple. So you're only keeping the stuff that you know you're going to use again. Next step, oh, excuse me. Next step is YouTube. It is surprising how many Slimming Worlders are on YouTube. And yeah, they're a great host. I will possibly put a link somewhere up here or down in the box to a few of my favourite ones. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. No, it's not going to come. So I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but a few that I do watch that do occasionally do step-by-step instructions on how to make certain recipes, and I think it's great because you can literally see it being made in front of you, so you know what you're doing. So I do advise you searching Slimming World recipes or Slimming World pork recipes, anything like that. You are going to come up with a list of people who have done recipes online on YouTube, nice videos for you to follow. They're really, really great. Lastly is some blogs. There are a huge host of blogs out there, and there are a lot which do cover Slimming World. So my blog, got to plug my own blog obviously. I don't purely focus on Slimming World obviously, but occasionally I do post a Slimming World recipe. I will put a link here, down here somewhere, to some recipes that I have done. If I only tend to post them if I really like something, I'll go, right, okay, I got a picture of it, because I take pictures of most of my food. I'm a typical blogger. And I'll put the recipe up and then I'll share it, and yeah, that's what I do. But for me, Slimming Eats is an amazing blog. There is so many recipes on there, and also Two Chubby Cubs. Now, Two Chubby Cubs are awesome. There are so many good recipes, but here's a warning. If you are easily offended by strong language or crude jokes, do not go read their blog. Okay, I'm telling you now. Don't come back and say that they thought it was terrible language in it, because I'm warning you now. It's run by two guys who are on a Slimming World journey, and they share a ton of recipes, and they're really, really good recipes, and they cover everything. But there is a lot of language on their blog. What is also great about those guys is that they have a Facebook community as well with thousands of followers on it who share and comment and fill in the gaps when you're asking questions, really. So I would go check them out. My last one, number 5, is social media, which is surprising, but there are an absolute ton of Facebook communities. There are so many Facebook communities. which cover Slimming World. They post up Slimming World recipes, they post up sin information, they post up new things that have been found that are low sin or free, they post up healthy extra info, and then also they do the championing. There we go, we got that. Your weight losses and your goals and your targets and everything. So go search on Facebook and find yourself some Facebook communities to join in with, because it really, really can help when you're stuck and you're just finding it a bit difficult to just go on there, ask some questions or get some feedback. It's really, really worth it. Instagram is the last social media point I'm going to make. You wouldn't think it was a place to look for recipes, but it is surprising. Again, there is a huge host of Slimming Worlders on Instagram. Just type in Slimming World UK, Slimming World Family, Slimming World Followers, Slimming World Mafia, Slimming World USA, and you will get all the people who are tagging their posts with those things, and there will be recipes. Or if there is simply a picture and they haven't put a recipe under it, just ask. Ask them, say, is there any chance you can give me the recipe for this? I would love to make it. And they can either give you the recipe or they can tell you where they got the recipe from. So yeah, those are my tips. The Slimming World's own website and app, Slimming World recipe books and the magazine, YouTube, blogs and social media. 5 really, really great places to get Slimming World recipes from. If you go check them all out, you're going to have hundreds of recipes to keep you going for quite a long time. So guys, good luck in this week's weight loss. Hope everybody does good. Fingers crossed I do okay. I'm going out for a meal tonight, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I will be as good as possible. And then I got 2 weddings on the weekend, so it's going to be wedding food, but we'll see how it goes. I'm wishing everybody luck. Don't forget to hit subscribe, join the Two Hearts family, give us a nice big thumbs up, and leave a comment telling me where you get your recipes from, or where your favourite recipe is, what your favourite recipe is, anything. I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye!